Go.
Greetings, everyone. This is Stirring It Up with Chef Beee Live. We're at the Peach Pantry at 1085 Catherwood Avenue. I always say Catherwood Drive, and I live down the street. We have our wonderful guest today, Chef Carla DeRosa.
Hello.
And we are, baby, I like it raw. We are doing raw dishes today. Tell them what our offerings are. What are we going to be doing?
So we're celebrating New Year's when we talk about
Early.
New Year's celebration,
Early.
So on New Year's Day, you have got to bring it in with the soul.
That's right.
So we at home we used to do black eyed peas and collard greens and sweet potatoes.
Yes.
So we're gonna do the sweet potatoes and collard greens, rock star style, all raw.
Excellent. Yes. So you'll be making a sweet potato. Tell them a little bit more about your dish.
Okay, so we're gonna take raw sweet potatoes that have been spiralized, and we're gonna season them up with traditional seasoning, and we're gonna add a little currants and get that, that pop, that sweet pop. And this is how you can have sweet potatoes without the butter and the grease and the heat, and just quickly and delicious.
Wonderful. And then I'm gonna do a marinated collard greens and Swiss chard dish. And I'm telling you, folks often think that they have to cook their greens, particularly around this time of the year.
12 hours.
With the smoked ham hocks, the smoked turkey wings. But I'm gonna show you how to make a really simple marinated collard greens and Swiss chard dish that's gonna be super tender, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, this is delicious.
Yes.
So we're gonna actually get started with your dish.
Okay. All right.
And then I'll go with mine.
All right. So sweet potatoes is one of my favorite dishes. Okay, so back in the day, they would boil them, and then cut them up and then fry them in butter.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, so it would take, at least like an hour and a half to prepare them, and then they peel the skin. So we're doing it in a rock star style. So very clean, very healthy, very simple. So first of all, we're gonna use our spiralizer. So I already got that started. So where that spiralizes and gives you the texture, thins out the texture of your sweet potatoes, because some people are like, how you gonna eat sweet potatoes raw? Well, we're gonna work the texture. So that's why we've been cooking, to change the texture of our food, but we can use our equipment, and then we keep all our nutrients. Minerals are hard to kill, but enzymes go away quickly. So doing it raw, now you got your enzymes, so you can actually break it down so you can absorb your micronutrients.
So here's what I want you to tell them, because she said we're going to do it rock star style. Tell them what rock star actually means, because you are a rock star wellness coach. So tell them what that actually means.
Okay, so my website is rocket.com. So it's RAWXIT.com. So I guess it was about 2010, I had a health crisis of my own. And I had been a vegetarian, but still, I wasn't really doing everything that I could. And so I got introduced to raw foods, and I was like, ooh, I'm a rock star. So, because when I was introduced to raw foods, it was for just medicinal value. So it was really post-mortem, after you already had a crisis. And my thing is wow, if we get this thing tasting a little bit better, we could just have it as a lifestyle. And so instead of just doing raw food medicinal, you could be a rock star. You could rock it out every day. You could feel and look younger, sexier, more energetic, and not just use it to correct something, but to use it to maintain
vitality in the body.
That's right, and maintain your youth. So that's what a rock star is. Anyone who's incorporating raw food to be cool.
So the other thing is, Carla and I actually attended the Living Foods Institute, which is a space here in Atlanta where it's not a clinic, but it's more of a learning institute where you learn how to prepare raw foods, you learn how to use essential oils, you learn how to manage emotions and how those things are connected to your well-being. And so I think both you and I got so inspired by that work that we decided to make this our business.
So it was a great foundation. Met a lot of great people. And so just kind of building on that and making it more culturally relevant to me in terms of my comfort foods, my home foods. And that's how we got to the sweet potatoes. So after we spiralize them, so we get them all nice here and beautiful.
Isn't that pretty? Look at that. And sometimes when you spiralize, you'll get sort of this. You can just break them up. But Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And it's just
gorgeous,
very decorative as well.
Yeah.
What you eating.
And so quickly, this was probably 2 potatoes. Did it in like maybe 10 minutes or less. No electricity needed. And people are like, wow, you can eat raw sweet potatoes.
You can eat raw sweet potatoes.
Yeah,
People thinking you can.
This texture is just so light and crisp. So it's easy to eat.
Yep.
It's a very slow burning carb. So, you know, we're always watching our waist and thinking about, you know, carbs and proteins and things like that. But really, when you're doing raw food, you don't have to count calories. You don't really have to think about it. Because those foods, they serve your body. Many of them are 0 calories because it takes so much to break it down. Okay.
All right, so we got this.
So we got this, and like what I like to do, because when you spiralize your sweet potatoes, some of them get really, really long.
Yes.
Right. So I like to take the culinary scissors
and just cut them up so that
go in there.
Good.
Yeah, make them.
Otherwise,
shorter.
you have sweet potato spaghetti.
That's right. Yeah.
And
so
we don't want sweet potato spaghetti.
Again, so just a few minutes.
That looks good. Look at that. And so now they're a lot shorter. Y'all see that? Yep.
Yes, easy to work with.
That looks great.
And so, like, we love the buttery feel of our sweet potatoes, right? In fact, we like pile butter on when we bake them. Well, one of the reasons why I like sweet potatoes is because sweet potatoes are known to heal the pancreas. And so the pancreas is responsible for our insulin levels.
Yes.
And also it helps with our enzymes and to help break down food so we get the micronutrients how we need it. Because sometimes we eat good food and it's going right through us.
Yep.
So we definitely need to have good absorption. So since diabetes seems to be rampant
in our community.
Yeah, in our country, in our community, and now with our youth, which is so sad. So they retermed juvenile diabetes to just type 2 diabetes, right? Because so many juveniles are getting it, they were like, no, this is just regular type 2 diabetes. And so I try to use a lot of raw sweet potatoes in recipes. So I make raw sweet potato pie. Got these sweet potatoes. I make them. I use mandolin to make sweet potatoes like
sweet potato chips.
Like chips. Yeah, I use them like bread. Put some nut butter on them. So we're really working on healing our pancreas by serving our sweet potatoes unprocessed like this. So I'm gonna take a little bit of our coconut oil, which is like our butter.
This is an unrefined coconut oil, and it's cold pressed. So notice what Chef Carla is doing. She's actually warming it up because we know that coconut oil actually solidifies, right? If it's raw. And so once it gets heat, though, it liquefies very, very quickly.
Yeah, really.
She's just going to massage that into the sweet potatoes.
So the coconut oil, like, it's a medium chain fatty acid. It's really good. It helps to burn fat. It's antifungal. And so it's really, really good for you. And, you know, I'm sure you probably heard of oil pulling. There's so many ways you can use it. You can put it on your skin. You can eat it. And why put anything on your skin that you can't eat?
Exactly. And then also with coconut oil, it's actually a really good oil to cook with because it has a very high smoke point.
Yes.
So I've actually transitioned from cooking with olive oils and, you know, those kinds of oils. Like the unsaturated. The canola oil. I don't even deal with that. But like grapeseed oil. Actually, no, not grapeseed oil. Like a peanut oil or even a coconut oil, I would cook with that because I have a high smoke point. But I'm really not trying to do a lot of that anyway.
Right.
You just want to make like salad dressings, do like little light sautés.
Right.
And you know, just kind of keep it simple. Right. So
exactly.
This is nice.
Yeah, so it's nice and buttery. So you got evenly spread your little coconut oil.
So we massaged it in. That looks good.
And I wanted to go back to say something about what you said about the coconut oil, because like I recommend, you know, palm oil, ghee, if people are still using some dairy, and coconut oil, because they're saturated. And so people get really like confused about saturated fats. They're like, saturated fats will clog my artery. Well, saturated fats means they're saturated with electrons, so it's stable. And that's what gives it that really high smoke point. These other things, they're unsaturated with electrons, very fragile. They break down and they cause a lot of free radical damage. So be really careful about the oils that you
that you use. Exactly. Now, you know, it's so funny. Coconut oil is a really special oil. Growing up, My mom made coconut oil. When you're in the Caribbean, you make coconut oil from scratch. You grate the coconut, you press out the milk, and then you boil it, and then actually what comes off the top of the coconut milk is coconut oil.
Okay.
Well, when you bottle that, when we had colds, you can actually put a little drop, well, not a drop, let's say a teaspoon of coconut oil at the top of the head, the mole of the head, and it helps to bring mucus out of the body.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if anyone knows that, but
no, I didn't know that.
If you have a really bad head cold, a child does, you can put some coconut oil at the mole of the head, and it will pull out all of that.
Okay.
It's really, really powerful. But it can't be any old coconut oil.
Right.
It got to be the good stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Unrefined.
I'm glad you said that, because my daughter, she was having a little thing, and I was putting the oils on the spine.
Right there on the mole.
But yeah, okay,
really
thank
powerful.
you. Yes.
All right.
So now we're gonna sweeten it. So traditionally we're using like brown sugar and molasses and things like that. But we have some raw local honey. And the reason why I like to use raw local honey is because you may be able to see, but it has pollen in it. And so with your local pollen, it's going to desensitize your allergies. So like the regimen, the protocol for kids is like a half a teaspoon a day, you know, all year round. So then when cold and flu season come, like you're already in ragweed season, all the wild things, you're you know, fortified.
Yes.
You know, you're less sensitive to it. So we use wild local honey at home. So I'm gonna put, what is this? This is a tablespoon.
That looks like it's about a tablespoon.
Yeah. So
and we're gonna add that in there.
2 tablespoons.
Awesome. Yeah, 2 tablespoons. That looks good. All right.
You don't need that much sweetener.
Yeah, because remember the sweet potatoes already have a natural sweetness to it. Even the coconut oil has a natural sweetness to it. So we're just basically enhancing these flavor profiles that are already inherent in the foods that we're using. So you really don't need a whole lot.
You don't. All right, so we got our sweetener, which is very sticky, right?
That's
so
good.
now that's good, because now we're ready to absorb our spices. And so I have dried spices, and also I have oils. So the flavor profile for fall, you know, veggies, the squash and the sweet potatoes, you know, we use things like nutmeg, ginger, cinnamon. And so I'm going to use the cinnamon oil today. And cinnamon is amazing. So going back to talk about diabetes and all of our folks who are pre-diabetic and don't even know it, and diabetes being rapid. Well, cinnamon is just like insulin to the body. For some reason, if you take a couple drops of cinnamon after a meal, it's going to help stabilize your blood sugar, and it's going to take the pressure off your pancreas to produce so much insulin. And then also it helps to modify cravings.
So come on in, sir. This is our cinnamon bark essential oil, so really good as a protocol for diabetes. So you can definitely use this to stabilize blood sugar, 1 or 2 drops in water, you know, after a meal every day, maybe 2 or 3 times a day. And what is the blend that we have that has cinnamon that helps you get thin? You're talking about the Slim and Sassy.
Yes,
it's called the metabolic blend. And it really helps to just keep the metabolism going, and actually helps you to manage your cravings. So there's peppermint in there, there's cinnamon, and there's grapefruit.
And we know grapefruit burns fat.
So how many drops are you going to use?
I'm just going to, so essential oils are very concentrated. I'm sure you know that. I'm sure you know that by
very
now.
Potent.
So I'm going to try to put a drop, so that means 2 drops.
Okay.
We know how that goes.
But then also this cinnamon, y'all, this cinnamon has a very warming flavor to it. So it's spicy, it's lovely, but it's gonna warm up the dish. And you'll, you know, I wish you guys we have taste the vision. You can actually taste this.
And I also want to add ginger. So I've been wearing ginger this fall as my scent. And I love it. I rub it on my stomach. I rub it all over. It's really good for digestive health. And it just has such a deep, rich flavor. I'm just going to put 1 drop of ginger.
You sure you're going to put 1 in there?
I'm going to try.
That's good.
Okay.
All right.
That was 1.
So, you know, so this dish looks very, very simple, but even in it looking very, very simple, there's a lot of complexity in the flavor. The cinnamon, the ginger, she's going to add a few other items in there, that locally grown honey. And even like honey has this beautiful flavor, particularly if you get the ones with the pollen in it. just a really complex flavor. And actually, all honeys are very, very different, as you all may know that.
Yes.
All right, what else are we gonna add?
So we're gonna add some pure vanilla.
Okay, we got our postman visiting while we're doing our live.
What's that?
Our community.
Mr. Postman.
Mr. Postman, yes.
All right.
All right, so we have some pure vanilla.
So like 1/8 of a teaspoon, just a tiny, tiny bit.
Yes.
Because
And
it's an extract.
The extract is so strong. All you need is like a little splash of it, and it just really wakes up the flavor in
Right.
your food. Very, very nice. So we're gonna put that here.
All right,
Awesome.
so
Oh, I love that.
right.
Pumpkin pie spice.
So I'm gonna use a little bit of both. These are like apple pie spice and pumpkin pie spice. The only difference is like what leads. They have nutmeg and ginger
Hey, how
and
you
cloves and
Smelling good.
yeah, I know these fall,
All right,
winter.
so we have a yep. So it's just a blend. These are two different blends that people typically use. One, if you're trying to make pumpkin pies or butternut squash pies, things of that nature,
Right.
there's just this blend that you can just buy instead of trying to combine all those flavors. Pumpkin pie spice. Apple pie spice is the same kind of thing.
Right. So it's basically cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves.
Yep.
And I'm gonna use a little bit of both.
Yep.
All you need is a little bit.
All you need is like a little splash of this. Yeah. It's amazing how strongly these flavors are like so powerful, and they're really not big things, you know? Like clove is so
Right.
tiny, but it has such a huge flavor to it. And cinnamon is like wood, right?
Yeah, and
But-
clove actually like kills parasite.
Yes,
and nothing else will.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Actually, it's one of the most powerful antioxidants that you can find, more powerful than blueberries, all right? And definitely an antifungal, right?
Yes,
So if you're having
yes.
issues with the mouth, you can actually use it. It stops a toothache too. Yeah, so clove is pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't think about it, but I'm gonna try it. I'm experimenting at home with the clove oil in this.
Oh, yeah.
I never did that, or
Yeah.
even with the raw sweet potato pie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Getting ideas. All right.
So the
what else
last
we
thing I
got?
want to throw in here is just a splash of cardamom.
Yes.
Cardamom pods are like my new favorite thing. I
love
love
it.
it. And we also have cardamom oil.
We also have that.
Yes.
So we can add a splash of both if you
Let's
want.
put one drop of that.
Yes, because
and
this
just
is
a-
really strong. So you really just, if you keep one drop, because it's very, very strong.
But it's so aromatic.
You want to
it
smell
smells
that?
So
there you
good.
go. Smell that.
And just a little bit of cardamom powder.
That's just clove.
Yes, indeed.
So now that we have our,
And then we have a little bit more honey on here, so
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
we can just actually just use
thank
that.
you, Mama.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we had our sweet potato noodles, then we put a little of the coconut oil and the honey, get them a little sticky. Then we add our spices and our oils. And so the last thing that we're gonna add are some currants. So currants are going to add just a little bit of concentrated sweetness to the flavor profile, and also just plays with the texture a little bit.
For those of you who are just joining us, this is Stirring It Up with Chef Beee Live with our beautiful guest chef, Carla DeRosa.
Hey,
And
I'm
we're
your wellness rock
getting
star.
ready for the New Year's. We have some cool stuff coming up that we're going to tell you about in a moment. We're just getting this sweet potato. What do we call this? Rockstar sweet potato. What do we
Yeah,
call
sweet
this?
potatoes rock star style.
Sweet potatoes rockstar style. So this can be served like as a side. It can be served as a dessert.
Yes, yes,
So
because
you
it's
have a lot
got
of variety.
it's got a sweet side, a little bit sweet, but
Beautiful.
all those nice
that.
rich herbs gonna make it somewhat.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And healthy.
Yes. So
And
this is the
healthy.
way we do sweet potatoes now.
Yes.
And we're building up our pancreas. Remember, this is gonna build up your pancreas.
Beautiful.
When you
go to
bake
your
a
mom-
sweet potato.
You go to your mom's house and you eat all this stuff and you go right to sleep.
Yes, indeed. That's right.
Why? Because you
That-
ain't have no energy. You go right to sleep.
That's because you get such a sugar rush. So we really toned down the sugar. We kept the bonds in place. So it's going to be less sugar. So you're going to feel energized after this.
Yes,
one.
yes.
Yes.
I can imagine. I
Yes.
can imagine.
All right, so your sweet potato dish is pretty much done, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually do the marinated collards and Swiss chard. So if you guys joined me yesterday, I was at the Grant Park Farmers Market, and we're giving a shout out to Mayflower Farms. They had some beautiful, beautiful collard greens, and these were young collard greens. So the difference, of course, young collard greens, the leaves are not super big, and as a result of them not being super big, they're super tender. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our marinated collards with the young collard greens, and then we also have here some young Swiss chard. So if you look at this, we have like the rainbow chard, and then we also have some green chard as well. All right. So I'm gonna work with these in a minute. All right. But what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna make my marinade for the greens. So the marinade we have some minced garlic. All right. So where's my spoon? Give me that spoon. It's all right. We're gonna. This is maybe like 2 cloves of minced garlic, chopped up really, really fine. All right. And then we also have some onions. Now, one of the reasons why we want to make this marinade first is because we wanted the onions to kind of break down a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add maybe like 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And this is some really good stuff, right? This is the Bragg's apple cider vinegar. I like to shake it up really good to get the mother. So if you guys look at the bottom, well, we kind of got it out there now, but at the bottom, that's like the mother. So all those digestive enzymes, it's good for you, is at the bottom. So when we shake it up, we really incorporate it into the whole bottle. All right, so this is about 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And then what we want to use is maybe about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, right? All right, so once again, I'm not heating the olive oil. It's gonna be raw, so this is cool.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm eyeballing it, but you could do a 2-to-2, a 1-to-1 ratio, I should say, which is the same as 2-to-2. All right. I'm also going to use.
Mom couldn't read it right now, but she know how to mix that stuff up.
I'm also going to use a little bit of the Bragg's amino acid. So I couldn't find my coconut aminos today. All right, it's somewhere in the house. Couldn't find it. So I had these, so this is cool.
Yes.
The coconut aminos, I will say this has more salt. So if you're salt sensitive, this has a little bit more salt per teaspoon than the coconut aminos. Coconut aminos, they have about 60 milligrams to 90 milligrams of sodium per teaspoon. This one has 320 milligrams per teaspoon. But that's all we're gonna put in here. So, you know, that's not bad. Absolutely, you can look at that. All right. The other thing that we want to add, I'm going to add a little bit of the honey. Where's that honey that you just had?
Yes, here we go.
We're going to add a little bit of honey.
Raw local honey.
Just to sweeten it up a little bit. Just a little splash of honey, just like that. You can grab that for me. And I'm just going to scoop that off, like so. And then I'm going to add some peppers. All right. So again, what the Rags is gonna do, as well as what I'm gonna add next, I'm gonna add some lemon juice. All right. It's gonna help to kind of break down the chards and the collard greens, and it doesn't really need a whole lot,
right?
Because it's already tender. All right. All right. So I'm going to squeeze some of this in, like so. And I'm doing it like this so that I can catch some of the seeds.
Okay.
Right? This is just a way that you can catch the seeds.
Yeah, your peppers are beautiful.
Yeah, so, you know, these are some baby peppers. And you can get this at the farmer's market. It's a variety. You get yellow, you get red, you get orange. And if you look, I'm collecting all my seeds and I'm letting the juice drop between my fingers.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I love to let people know that all peppers turn colors.
Yes.
So when you get a green pepper,
it's not
ripe.
It's not
and
ready.
Some people say, oh, it doesn't, agree with me. Well, it's not.
Yeah, it's not ready. It's not ready.
It's a fruit, and when it's green, that means it's unripe. So go for the colors.
Go for the colors. All right, so now what I'm going to also add in here, we have our lemon juice, but you know I got to do it, y'all.
Yes.
You know I got to do it. Lemon essential oil. That's going to enhance the flavor of this. I'm going to use 2 drops.
We have one comment that says it looks so colorful.
It's very, very colorful.
Yes.
Now let me say something about lemon essential oil. It's really beautiful. You talked about cinnamon to support diabetic health. Lemons, actually the essential oil helps to regulate blood pressure. So in the morning or actually throughout the day, you can have some lemon essential oil in the water. If you're doing spring water or alkaline water, and it's going to help you to, manage that blood pressure.
Yes.
But again, all of these things, it's also balancing your life, right? It's exercise, it's eating right, it's all of that good stuff.
Laughing.
It's laughing, smiling. You know, it's doing all the good stuff. Now, what we're gonna also do here while that is marinating, I have my little bowl on the side. I'm gonna push some of this over here. Like that. Is we're gonna actually just cut up. We're gonna make ribbons. We're gonna cut up these collards. All right, we're gonna cut up these collards. And if you look, you can actually try these. They're super, super tender, beautiful. These are organic, no pesticides, simple.
Very tender.
Very, very tender. And so, you know, we talk about cooking the hell out of our collards. You don't have to do that here.
No.
All right, we're gonna put all of this in here.
From 12 hours to 12 minutes.
Less. 12 seconds. Now look at these. Look at these chars. Beautiful. And you know, you want to eat our greens. It helps to cleanse the blood. Helps to give our body all these amazing nutrients and minerals.
You want me to chop some?
Yeah, that's right. Let's do some. All right, so while we're cutting, we want to tell you about why we're wearing these awesome New Year hats.
Happy New Year!
So Chef Carla and Chef Beee teamed up, and we're going to be offering on January 1st the Imani Kwanzaa Rocks the New Year 2018 Health and Wellness Celebration. Yes. And we're going to be, this event is going to be at the Rush Center off of DeKalb Avenue.
Right.
So, you know, for many years, I had a Kwanzaa event that I hosted, you know, just for the family, and it's been growing. You know, everybody want to just come to the house and eat. And, you know, it was a way for me to prepare vegan food for family and friends, just to kind of start the new year off. Didn't know this, but Carla was doing the same thing, right? She did the same thing.
Yeah,
so
with the Rock the New Year, 5 years in a row, trying to help people kick off the new year right and come up with plans and introduce people to health practitioners and have raw food samples to just kind of get us on the right track for the new year. So, and I'm like, oh, this is such a big undertaking, and we're talking about it.
Let's do it together.
Let's do it together.
Let's do it together. So we decided to team up. So that is January 1st. You can go on Eventbrite, Kwanzaa 1118.
Yes.
Dot
111.
111. So 100.
Yes.
118. There you go.
Yes.
.eventbrite.com, and you can purchase your tickets.
And they're $10 in advance. $20 in advance for family. So essentially children are free. It's a family-oriented event. So bring the children. We're going to have drumming.
Yes.
Libations.
Yes. We're going to have a nice little Kwanzaa program. So tell them some of the people that are going to actually be there.
Yes. So we have some amazing sponsors. So American Clinics for Preventative Medicine, which is a holistic medical practice. They're going to be there. They're going to be speaking. Another one of our sponsors is 7 Under. Yeah. They're going to send their community relations director, Ifany. She's going to be there.
Big ups to Ifany.
Yes. And so also we're going to have Amara's Amara's Melody. She's going to be doing natural healthcare, self-care. She's going to be talking about scrubs and how to take care of our body. And we're going to have a woman who does quantum light clearing. So she does energy clearing. Yeah. We're going to have an extraordinary life coach. She's going to be doing reports, human design reports. So from the emotional to the spiritual to the food, we're offering these opportunities to meet with these practitioners. I have this amazing woman who does meal prep and kombucha, and she's going to be bringing kombucha samples. My business coach will be there to talk to people about kicking off their business and getting that going right. Excuse me. So we're going to have lots and lots of practitioners. Oh, we also have a chiropractor who's going to be there. Dr. Sierra is going to be there talking to people about, you know, your health, your spine health, your posture, and how that's all related to how you think and what you eat. And so it's just an amazing opportunity to, number one, be with your tribe.
That's right.
And also connect with other people, because you cannot do this alone. Nope. You think you can do it alone, but then you get on Memorial Drive and then you get twisted, right?
Yeah.
You're going in the wrong driveways. So you have to have support.
Yes.
Lifestyle is about community support. And so come out, meet your tribe, meet your folks, meet your practitioner, and celebrate.
Yes.
You know, this is celebrating life.
Yes.
Every day we hear so many things going on, but there are so many good things going on. We have to celebrate those and take time to care for ourselves and care for each other. So that's what it's about. It's a celebration.
So if you look, I've added my marinade to my greens, and this should be called celebration greens,
yes,
right?
Yes.
I'm bigging up Karma Soul Doctor, who was on our show a couple of weeks ago. Buy any greens necessary.
Okay.
Buy any greens necessary. Look at this. Look at the colors in here. So we have those rainbow charts in here. We have our red onions. We have our different color peppers, our garlic, and I mean, the longer this sits, the better it tastes. So let me do a little sample. See? You don't even know. Simple. Everything is simple.
Yes.
You know, everything is simple. This is pretty much done.
Yes.
This is. Yes, we're gonna hook you up. We're gonna hook you up.
Yes. You got it.
It looked good.
Yes,
Thank
sweet
you,
potato
thank
and
you.
collard greens.
Yes, sweet potato and collard greens. All right. So if you are watching, this is Stirring Up with Chef Beee Live. We're talking New Year's and our awesome event that's coming up. Imani Kwanzaa Rocks the New Year 2018, our
Yes.
health and wellness celebration. I'm here with Chef Carla, DeRosa.
Yes,
We've
get your tickets.
Get your tickets, get your
Yes.
tickets. You can go to 1118
Kwanzaa
1118.eventbrite.com. There we go. I always mess it up.
Yes,
And
no,
we are
you
making
do.
our greens. We have our beautiful sweet potato dish here.
Yes.
All right, so do you want to tell them anything else that you do?
Yes, I would love
What else
to.
what else do you do, Carla?
So I call myself a wellness rock star, and so you know that I love raw food. So I actually teach raw foods. I have a small studio in Kirkwood, and we're about to start our winter series, Eat the Rainbow. So you eat foods of all different colors, black, orange, yellow, green, red, and we talk about the micronutrients and the phytonutrients that are inherent in different colors of food.
Yep.
And so it's great. So it's about, our recipes are about 90% raw. We throw a little bit of like 10% steamed in there just to work with the texture. You have people who are transitioning. And so it gives people a great opportunity. Every class, you leave with about 5 or 6 recipes, and we have a
nice.
meal. And it's fun. It's great.
Oh, that's good.
So I do the teaching, and I also do coaching. I work with clients to find out exactly where they are, what they need on a private basis. And I help people secure clean water in their homes.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
I love that.
So I have a machine which is called Echo 9. It is our hydrogen alkaline water machine.
Nice.
And so, like, people have heard about alkaline water. There's been a lot of education about it, but also you don't just drink alkaline water
All the time.
with
Right.
your food. And
No.
so you have to really get some education behind it. So I take a lot of time to teach people how to use alkaline water to neutralize the acid buildup in their body, help to reverse diabetes, enhance their energy. This particular machine has hydrogen. So just like you heard of a hydrogen peroxide cleanse, so it's gently cleansing your cells on a daily basis. So it's a daily detox. And so the company I'm with, we have financing, so very low payments to help get these machines into businesses, into stores, into your home, and into your places of worship, so that we have clean water. Because we are like 70% water.
That's right.
So we have to be very, very aware
Yes.
of the water that we put
That's
in our
right.
body. And even when I was cleaning the produce, so the machine makes 3 types of water: alkaline, hydrogen, and acidic water. And I use the acidic water to clean because it's amazing how we'll go to the market and get organic food, then we'll wash our produce in tap water that has chlorine, fluoride, pharmaceuticals, birth control in it, and so that goes right back in the food.
Into the food. Yep. Yep.
Yes, yes. So that's primarily what I do. I do a lot
that's
of
a
things,
lot.
like I dance and
Well,
but
yeah.
professionally, it's about healing. It's
We
about
ain't talking about the other kind of dancing. We saw some faces. Oh, man.
makes you want to dance. That's what I'm saying.
All right, we could switch. Taste. I'm going to taste.
Yes.
It smells so good too. Look at that.
It does. Make sure I get
Oh my
some
God.
peppers.
Oh, you could taste that cinnamon.
So
And
really,
the cardamom.
Yes. So really,
Wow.
like that's Mama's sweet potatoes. Like that's all the flavors.
That's
Yes.
so good. That's delicious. Right? Simple.
Sweet and sour is my favorite.
Man, this is bomb.
This is awesome.
This is so good. All right, y'all. Tell me your website again.
So my website is rocket.com, R-A-W, so raw, X-I-T.com. So rocket.com. You can find out more about what I do and just keep in touch with me that way.
Yep. And also for me, I'm Chef Beee. Chef, B-E-E-E, that's 3es.com. You can go on the site. You can get all of the cooking shows. You can also get some of the t-shirts. Ooh, baby, I like your
Yes.
raw. And then we also have another shirt, Let Plants Nourish You. In addition to that, you can find out about our event that's coming up on January 1st. If you're also interested, is you're starting the new year right with a plant-based meals to go. you want someone to cook for you and you just don't have the time to prepare your food and you want to eat healthy and you want to eat raw or you want to eat plant-based, come to Chef Beee.
Yes.
Plant-based meals to go. We have a 3-day, 5-day, and a 7-day plan. Check the website. You can find all the details of that. All right, y'all. I think
Yeah.
we about to eat. We about to eat, and we gonna party. All right.
Yes.
January
Happy
1st.
New
We hope
Year.
to see you there.
Yes,
Kwanzaa.
please come out.
Imani Kwanzaa rocks the new year.
Yes.
2018, our health and wellness celebration. Come and learn something. Come and start your new year off right. Come and make a change. It don't have to be these big changes. It could be something small, just a small shift in your lifestyle. But just make the step, right? Just come, learn, see what the options are out there for your wellness and your well-being.
Right. You're not going to do it alone.
You can't do it. You're not by yourself. You got us. We here.
Yes.
All right. All right. So we about to party.
Yes.
We about to eat.
Yes.
All right. Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa. And we about to eat. Thank you so much. Join us next week. We're going back on tour. Next week, we're going to be in Nassau, Bahamas for our Be Essentially Well tour. Next Sunday, we're going to be doing Stir It Up with Chef Beee live. We're going to be in Nassau, Bahamas at Farm to Fork Farms. So please, 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 we hope that you join us then. Until then, take care.
All right.
Peace.
Yes. Woo.